Wow, I'd say destruction has been rendered already.
Did you see who you let in here?
We're at a pond that we're redoing. The homeowners have had this pond for 10 to 12 years, they said. First rendition they built themselves. This version was built by a contractor. It's got a number of problems with just being able to keep good water quality. You can see it's not very clear. It's full of kind of that pea soup green problem. They got some massive koi in it though, but the filtration is just a mess. We're gonna fix that. Lighting is a mess, we're gonna fix that. The stream could use some aesthetic improvements, we're gonna fix that. So while they had the sound of water back here, and obviously that's enjoyable, it sounds nice, they had problems with just having it be easy to take care of, and that's what we're here to fix today. So all the plants are out, all the just kind of extra equipment's removed, so now you can actually kind of see the pond that was here. Take a good look. It's not going to stay this way for long. One important factor that I didn't tell you guys about yet, this may be a problem, yet to be determined. That is 60 inches, and this is 60 inches, so not a problem. Old Stevenator knows what he's doing.
I told Weston, he didn't believe me.
Watch your side here. Might need to get some grease out. This pond job just got twice as easy. Hey, yeah. The excavator's here. I saw that. Way to go. Definitely tight quarters today. The rocks are now, that was a little bit rough. Here, let's try this again. The rocks are now right over there. Woo! It's time to dig this thing out and start shaping our new edges. Now that's called a clean wrap up. And just like that, we have a clean slate to work with. This is what we like to do when we redo ponds generally, is remove them and then just fill it in so that we get a clean slate to work with and just are able to define the curves and the shape of the pond the way we want. Add our own creative flair. So we have now defined out what our new pond is going to be. We have a fresh, clean slate to start with. Ben is digging in the biofalls up at the top end of that stream. So this here's the pond. This is all pond right in here. It's a 7x10 simplicity series that we added an 8-foot stream to. The normal 7x10 simplicity series that we sell has the biofalls and the waterfall right on the edge of the pond, but the homeowners wanted to add a stream here, so we added an 8-foot stream to this. So that's the 8-foot stream there. We're gonna have a falls coming into the pond this way, and we're gonna put the biofalls right there, facing the sunroom as directly as possible, so they get the maximum viewing and that maximum water sound from it. Then we're gonna be digging our plumbing along this edge before we dig out the pond, So we're not digging dirt out and then, oh, digging a trench in for a pipe. We're gonna put the pipe in first, then dig our dirt out and cover the pipe, and just, you know, efficiency. That's what we're all about. Right here you can see where, right about here, I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not, but right about here you can see where we transition over into like the original dirt that had not ever been dug up. But this dirt is all what we filled in when we were filling in the old pond, so it's all soft. Even though we drove over with the excavator, it's still soft. And our waterfall boulders are going to be sitting right there on that edge. I don't want them to settle. There's our answer. Just look at him go. Oh my goodness. Normally we build the pond first and then build the stream, but because of the tight access, we could not get the excavator through here once the pond's in place. So we built the top waterfalls and first half of the stream first, or the top half of the stream first. So time for the pond. Okay, we fought with this pond forever. There was so much junk, old liner. Looks like there was a couple different pond projects tried in here. But we finally got the excavation done with the skimmer in. We're building the first waterfall into the pond now, and we're gonna rock this thing in. I'm almost out of battery, so see you later at the end of the day. We got the pond like 80% rocked in. We're gonna be going back to unload this dirt that we dug out of here. It was some really rough dirt. We might have to bring some nice soil back to dress up around this thing when we finish it tomorrow. See you tomorrow morning. We'll be wrapping this thing up. Good morning, back at this project. It is early the next morning and it is nipping. Ben's even got a sweater on in May. First order of business, gonna finish rocking this thing in. We got a few aquatic plants we're gonna put in. I gotta build that waterfall right there and start doing our edge work and doing all the detail work. So I'm gonna wrap this baby up. You're interested by default. I know you are.
Yeah, that's right. I am interested.
I'll admit, this is my favorite part.
Yeah. Need we explain?
Ben, are you making fun of me?
Yes.
Ben.
Weston really likes to put moss and foam all over the place.
I don't know how I built waterfalls before they invented moss. Right, Ben?
Yeah. Right, man.
He's pretty good. He just says, yeah.
Yes, man.
Such a yes man.
What's he gonna do here? Put soil up against it.
Yeah, bring that liner back up against the soil. Nobody screwed up over there. Nope, no, that never happens.
I screwed up.
Jason.
Don't say it.
Yeah.
Hey man, extreme ownership, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's in reference to Jocko Willing's book. Check it out.
So what, are you ready to do edge work on this side now?
Yeah. And you're actually, why don't we work on getting that pile of rocks out of here?
I can do that.
Yeah. Again.
Okay, Rock Pal, you are about to be defeated.
We are finishing up the last couple details. Right now I'm rinsing out this pond. I'll just show you what we got going on here. Basically this gravel's dirty, the rocks are dirty, so we just rinse everything down. We have the aquatics planted here. We got this cool canna lily, got a creeping Jenny up there that's gonna go in that corner. And we got a cardinal flower there. Let me show you the lights too. This pond has underwater lights. We got one right there shining up on this bottom waterfalls. Kudos to Jason on that waterfalls. Well, I did moss it, I couldn't help myself. But up here is a cool little boulder falls. It's gonna split, you know, fall into this little crevice and just gush out through there. We got a light on it right there. And then I have a principle about pond lights. You should see the light, but not the source of it. So we really hide our fixtures. See how that's just way back in underneath that crevice? So when you're standing up there on the pond, at the pond's edge up here, there's no way for you to see that actual pinprick of a light bulb. You see the light, which looks beautiful, but you don't have that bright glaring pinprick of light glaring into your eyes. There's another one hidden underneath that crevice, and we have one back here hidden into that crevice right there. So here in a couple minutes we're going to start filling this thing, cleaning up, mulching, all that good stuff. Jason's working on finishing up the details on the dosing system. We have an aerator in here, the lighting transformer, the ion gen, which is the algae killer. Right here's the end of that, and here's the pump and the basket, the debris basket. So it's coming together. You ready to put some fish in? Because I am. Let's do this. Hey, Big Bubba. I gotcha. Boy, this thing is a beast. Check that thing out. There you go, your new home. Woo! How about that? We have water flowing, and it's been a great experience to see something go from being a problem to a beautiful solution. So this is our 7x10 Simplicity Series pond. In this case, we added on the 8-foot stream up there with the 2 waterfalls. It's got a very easy to maintain skimmer right here. That basket catches all the debris. I'll pop up a before shot and now an after shot just to give you perspective of how much has happened here in the last, what, 36 hours. So drop a comment below, let us know what you guys think. And now let's cut to the B-roll. Thank you.
Cookies?
Appreciate it.
Want some cookies?
Sure, I'll grab one. I guess we'll cheat today.
Thank you.
We'll make sure we divvy them up real even.
I'm in my own trunk. That's the problem.
You know, let me step around the corner here a little bit so I can talk to you guys. I asked the customer here if she'd like to give us the backstory as to what was going on here at this property, but she just preferred that we stay off camera, which is fine. I just figured I'd give you guys the backstory. So we try to tell people that, you know, cheap is actually more expensive than doing it right the first time. And unfortunately, this lady learned that the hard way and basically we tried to hire contractors to do ponds on the cheap. This pond has been rebuilt a few different times, and when we came out here and told her we were ready to plug this thing in, you know, this is why we love our job. It's super rewarding. She came out here, we plugged it in, the water started flowing, and she was just overcome with emotion and just felt it felt so rewarding for her. I'm paraphrasing for her. It's not my experience, it's her experience, but she was just so grateful to finally have what she'd been trying to have for the last 16 years. And one of the things I want to say in this video is just to, if you're thinking about having a pond done sometime, there's definitely ways to do a pond or a water feature on a lesser budget. You don't have to have a Cadillac with all the bells and whistles. You can have a simple little water feature that brings a lot of joy. The key is, though, that it's built correctly, that it's built by an experienced contractor. It doesn't have to be us, you know, but ponds is one of those things that it's so easy to spend a lot of money on something, have something done by a contractor that unfortunately may or may not be experienced. Ponds are one of those things that it's very easy to not know, and to hire a contractor to build yourself a pond. But it's very common in our industry for people to not have the experience necessary to build them properly, to build them so they work well, and that's exactly what happened here. She just dealt with problems for years. So if you're thinking about doing a water feature project, like I said, there's a lot of ways to be creative on finding something that fits your budget. We just want to encourage people to make sure that they're hiring an experienced contractor that can help them find proper ways to meet their budget, instead of trying to build something large on a lesser budget and ending up with a disaster in their backyard. Something we try to educate people about water features is, or you know, this applies to anything in life. Some things you can cheat a little bit, but water features you can't. And that is, cheap is actually more expensive than doing it right the first time. You know, unfortunately, this is the third or fourth time this pond's been rebuilt, and she spent much more money than if she'd have just done it right the first time. And that was, you know, it's not her fault. It's our fault for not having enough of knowledge and resources available to everyone out there in the industry. We're trying to overcome that. We're trying to provide videos, provide articles, provide tidbits, and just show real life experiences like this, so that we can help other people avoid having this kind of catastrophe in their backyard and with their finances. So there's the rant. I know it was long. Sorry guys. I just felt like this was the perfect opportunity to show you guys what can happen and what does not need to happen. It can be an absolutely beautiful outcome within your budget. We just encourage people to do their research beforehand and talk to someone that has experience, and they'll help you get set up. Okay, thanks guys. Peace.